Hi, Superspruce here, back on Antimatter Mentions New Game minus video, episode 9. And it's just been a day since last episode, and I'm ready to try to push as far as I can with this 0.55 times boost, plus 75 times, 22 billion times. I'm just ready. And over 4 times with the dimension boost buff, so I feel like I'm just gonna, I can get really far, hopefully. So I remember I got to, I think, 130 eighth dimensions before. That's how far I could get. And now it looks, I'm not sure. I need to get as far as I can first and see what that is going to bring me. So currently I'm up to 98th dimension, so I accidentally clicked the Galactic Sacrifice instead of the Dimension Boost. So it's 110, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to get to 120. Shouldn't be that hard to get to 120, but it's not going to be as easy as before, or as easy as like the other galaxies. So now I'm just getting as much as I can, up to 90, up to 100, up to 110. Now we're starting to reset our dimension boosts everywhere. 120. So I'm not exactly sure. I could try to go for 150. I'm really not sure what I should do. Like I can get 130 pretty easily, so maybe I should try to push for 150. I don't think I can get all the way to infinity yet. I'm getting closer and closer. I'm up to 70%. So, and like the long runs are actually proving pretty decent. So here's 140 eighth dimensions. So it shouldn't be that hard to get 150 when I can get 140 this easily. Especially with all these like buff dimension boosts and just buffed everything. This is up to 1.07 times, which is essentially, I think that's about the same amount of like it's like the same power as in vanilla. If you should know what challenges are, but like essentially there's a challenge that weakens tick speed upgrades, and that's how powerful it is. So, I mean, I'm sort of oversimplifying things, sort of. I'm not exactly. I feel like I may be oversimplifying things, but yeah, I am oversimplifying things. What am I even talking about? But I mean, not even that much. But whatever. I'm just talking to pass the time because we're so close. We're just a couple of orders of magnitude away from getting 158th dimensions, which will get us our 6th galaxy. Okay, where is it? Here it is. 6th galaxy. So I should be able to get all the way to 158th dimensions at least. Maybe even more than 150. So I'm just getting all this. 120, 130 without even sacrificing. Here's where it starts resetting me at 148th dimensions. I can start sacrificing to try to speed things up to 150, and you can see we're actually getting more galaxy points. Like we're getting good, like 15,000 galaxy points. No, more than 15,000. What was I talking about? We're getting 29,000 galaxy points. No, 30,000 galaxy points. So I feel like it's just more fun to do the long runs instead of doing the short runs, because long runs, it's like you can try to push as far as you can get instead of just doing the same thing over and over again. That's really, doing the same thing over and over again can get really dull. But anyway, we're actually up to 168th dimensions. So this should help the speed even more, or just get more galaxy points, because I wonder how much of a boost this many galaxy points is going to provide. Like, at this point, yeah, 50,000 galaxy points. I almost feel like this is now just better than short runs. Like, I could get me 2,000 a minute with short runs, but if I'd have, like, 10-minute runs that give me this, that's, like, over 2,500 a minute. So, and also it's just boosting how many galaxy points I can get in the first place. Because we can get, 6.9, almost 7 times boost, and I mean, I could go for 178th dimensions, but I don't feel like doing that. I'm just going to get this. And this is, first thing I notice, up to 0.8. second thing I noticed, 4.6 times. This is also up to the trillion times, which makes this run is just going to be better than last run, like in all ways. So I can probably get all the way up to 3 galaxies. Or actually, I already did that. Like already up to 3 galaxies with no tick speed boosts. I sort of want to get. I'm gonna get this 4th galaxy without any tick speed boost as well. It's crazy how far I can get. We can probably. I'm guessing it's gonna be easier to get like 178th dimensions than before. Like 120 should not be hard at all at this point. You can see we're at 110. It's just a little bit tedious to do all this. Now we're up to 120. Now just get to this 80. 100, 120, and I don't even think 150 is going to be that hard. We're already up to 130, 140 is probably like right here, and then 150 should not. So we're now up to 67,000 galaxy points. We're actually getting quite close to infinity, and this means I will want some achievements. I can't get this one yet. You normally can get this one before you reach infinity, and then this one you can also reach. Some you just can't. This is the achievement for reaching infinity, and you start with 100 antimatter, and you always have at least 10 times lower dimension cost. The second part will help like a good bit, especially like I won't tell you what the infinity does, but I'm just telling you that's the next thing that's coming. So here's the first reset after the 6th galaxy. You can see the 6th galaxy was even easier to get. We're back up to 158th dimension. It shouldn't even be hard to reach 160. 450 times from the sacrifice there, and it's gonna be even easier. I could even press S to sacrifice, because that is the thing. There's the achievement I was talking about. So it's just a weak reward. First dimensions are 5% stronger. And by the way, that is 178th dimensions. So you can just see it's really, we're now up to 88%. We are going to make it on this run, I think. Or if we're not going to make it on this run, it'll be next run where I make it all the way. You can see because we're going to get a 7th galaxy. So now we're up, it can go all the way up to, so that was 188th dimensions. And I think we're so close to, yeah, you can see we're 89%. This is I feel like there's almost inflation because of just how powerful everything has become. Or if it's not inflation, there is our, I wasn't even going for it. It's this achievement, Sacrifice is Stronger, and yeah, we are going to make it look 96, 198th dimensions. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We will do this. Also, that's actually a stronger reward. That was 400,000 sacrifice right there. So, yeah, that's actually, the reward is buffed. Normally, it's just a little increase, but here we go. We're doing it. 98% centillion antimatter, and you can see the costs are starting to display infinite, and we will just, I'm not going to buy anything here because, just as a ceremonial, because, 99.8%, 99.9%, and boom. So, yeah, this is what happens when you reach infinite antimatter. This is a mechanic in the main game. But, I won't actually press this button until next episode, because I'm like that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Peace out.